Deeya Gwit Prátaí is the IrishPotatooe back at it again with another video. Today I will be covering another topic about the Lifeboat network. I'm not going to be mentioning recent hot water the server has found themselves in. I'd recommend checking out PocketGaming's video for a good explanation. But rather I will be covering Lifeboat's board of moderation and how it's gone from 10 members of the board to only 3 remaining original members at the time of recording. So in order for everyone to understand what exactly the board of moderation is, I need to go back to when it was formed. The board of moderation was formed back in September 2019 and consisted of Lifeboat's 6 former senior moderators. Their job was essentially the same as senior moderators, just with more responsibilities and behind the scenes work. Some duties included overlooking the moderation team as a whole, evaluating moderators, and acting as a communication between moderators and administrators. I joined the board of moderation back in December 2019 after coming back from a short moderating hiatus. The board lost some members and gained new ones until the point in November/December 2020, where 7 of the 10 members at that time resigned or were considering resigning from the team. So what exactly happened to make 7 of 10 of Lifeboat's most trusted moderators leave the team? I will mention a few background reasons and then the event that was the nail in the coffin for most of us. I know for me, one of the biggest reasons I resigned was a lack of motivation. I'm sure the other board members who had been in the team longer than myself also felt the same way. After a few years trying to help the server, it gets to a point you feel demotivated when you feel like nothing is changing or has changed. What's even more demotivating is when you feel like the server is going backwards rather than going forward. I'm not sure who's to blame here, and I'm not going to point fingers as that isn't the point of this video. Here's a statement from one former board member in regard to this point. I wasn't motivated to be a player on the server anymore after getting my Skyblock account data wiped due to a database error that couldn't be restored. While I was actively moderating, it just didn't feel like it tied me into the community as much, if that makes sense. Also, volunteering for as long as I have, it was definitely frustrating seeing that almost nothing significant had changed since I first signed up in 2018. Sometimes it seemed like the administrators weren't making the best actions in the interest of the player base, and I just didn't want to be associated with the drama anymore. For one of the more recent resignees, a reason as to why they left was due to a feeling of bias in terms of workload, where a lot of behind the scenes roles were given to one board of moderation member in particular, which made this resignee feel tossed aside like trash and unvalued in the team. The whole idea of the board of moderation was to be a team, to work together to better the overall team, but too much workload on one person could make them feel pressured, so I could see why this resignee wanted to help as much as they could. This resignee also took a leave of absence shortly before their full resignation, which they have told me the administrators made them feel guilty about. Here's a short paragraph explaining their feeling of bias. When board of moderation roles were assigned, I felt very much as if I was being cast aside in favor of blank. This led to massive feelings of inadequacy and thus a massive drop in my feelings of self-worth and mental health. This is where I began to very seriously feel that resignation was the best possible option. Well, the main reason we all resigned was due to issues with the Lifeboat administration. They are trying to fix themselves now, but only after the event that made the board of moderation leave. From certain admins overstepping their roles to admins not listening to their volunteers, the list is large and vast. This paragraph from one of the resignees helps sum up the issues with their administration. It became clear no matter how hard we work, sometimes we just can't make a difference, and that was the last straw. Making the document, we expected the admins to at least consider our ideas. But instead we felt like we were made the villains, so much so that we were scared we'd all be fired, simply for writing up a professional document trying to help. I don't want to work on a team who won't hear out my ideas and thoughts to improve, a team who leaves me scared of being demoted just for trying to help. And about all the other board of moderation members agreed. Seeing this, we decided that it was time we left. The nail in the coffin for us all was drama surrounding Lifeboat at the time. There were 2 major factors to this, the infamously covered LGBTQ+ policy and the video PocketGaming made called the Darkside of Lifeboat network. The LGBTQ policy in summary was a rule where no one could talk openly about their sexuality or their relationships. I'd recommend looking at an article made by one of Lifeboat's former board of moderation members for more information about this and their opinions on the policy. The link will be in the description below. One of the board members had seen Pocket's video and realized that some points in the video were still relevant to that moment in time. The board decided to create a group chat to discuss their feelings and ended up writing a document discussing the issues they have previously mentioned in the group chat. I'll be reading a message from one of these members as I feel it sums up everything very well. Lifeboat's issues started to become more and more clear, and it began affecting our department and our team. We wanted to help fix these issues and make sure that our team would continue to run smoothly, since we are a big asset to the team, and most of us really enjoyed our job. So about all the board of moderation members at the time came together to write a document about Lifeboat's current problems, how they can be fixed, and how we can help fix them. We wanted this document to be very professional, as it would be the last straw for a lot of us if it didn't work. So after a while of coming up with everything we could think of to help the volunteer team, the server, about all assets we could see ourselves helping improve, we sent that document over to the admin. Instead of taking this document nicely, the admin seemed to think of it as something bad, all of us coming together just saying the problems, and didn't help understand our real intention to try to help resolve these issues. As a result, every single idea we had to help the server was shut down in a matter of minutes, when I personally feel like many of these could have really helped, if not saved the network. We felt like we said what we had to, and if the admins were not going to listen to that, then they'd never listen to us. But this, along with lack of motivation, admins overstepping, admins not listening to us, the LGBTQ+ deal, and many other problems that affected myself and my other friends on the board of moderation, I, as well as many members, decided to quit, and rightfully so. In the course of a few weeks, the network lost some of its most hard-working and experienced moderators. It's a shame too, as I do feel like we could have helped if we were listened to, but at the same time, these events are either going to make or break the network, and it's up to the network to pick up where their board left off. There are still members of the board of moderation who I know are going to help the server so much more now, and hopefully the administration will listen to what they have to say. Most of the time, server volunteers know what's best for the player base, and their ideas should at least be considered rather than being rejected immediately. This concludes the end of the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed this type of video. If you want me to make more videos regarding any other Minecraft servers or anything really in the Bedrock community, let me know. Once again, this isn't meant to be a hate video. I know the stuff I say sometimes comes across as hate, but really it's just me trying to give an unbiased perspective. Because obviously I am always going to be biased in some shape or form. I just really quickly want to thank all the former board of moderation members who helped me out with this video. I kept their names anonymous because I don't want them getting involved in this drama. It is me who is making the videos, so if drama does end up happening, I want it to be my responsibility and not theirs. So until next video or livestream, stay safe, sending positive vibes your way. Goodbye!